Hi, everyone, and welcome to And So On. My name is Lisa, and today I'm going to be doing an interview with the two lovely ladies from Smyly Patterns, Athina Kakou and Hattie Krohn. And at the end, I'm going to show you how to be entered to win one of 3 PDF patterns from Smyly. So you may notice I'm in a different place today. This is actually my sewing room on the 3rd floor of our house. I share it with my husband. His office is at one end, my sewing room is at this end, and I'll be able to give you a tour soon once I tidy up a little bit. So I cannot wait to give away those 3 patterns. Now, I would like to say, if you are not yet subscribed, would you please subscribe? I would really appreciate it. I am trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. Now, there is what's called a YouTube space here in Toronto. There's only 10 of them in the world. And these YouTube spaces are a place where creators can go to shoot videos, to use sound stages, lights, computers, all the stuff you need to make really high quality videos. And you can use it all for free as long as you have at least 10,000 subscribers. So that's really why I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, because then I feel like I can really do some cool stuff and maybe do some more of those tutorials that you guys have been asking me to do. So let's get into the interview. Hang around to the end and you'll be able to enter for those 3 PDF patterns. And here's a hint, you don't have to be on Instagram to enter. I really want to welcome today 2 of my lovely friends, and even though they live far away, they are friends in my heart, and that is the beautiful Athina and Hattie joining us from Greece and Germany respectively. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining me and taking time out of your evening. I know that luckily we managed to find a time on the weekend, so none of us had to get up at an awkward hour in order to do
That's
this.
true.
So some of my viewers might know that I was very lucky to be asked to be part of the original Smyly challenge. And when Smyly came along, I was probably only, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months into my channel, if that. I was really new to the sewing community. I was just amazed to get this email from, I think it was from Athina, asking me to be part of this challenge. And I absolutely loved the feeling behind it. And tell me, ladies, isn't it amazing how the spirit and the idea behind Smyly just took off so strong in the sewing community? You must be so proud.
It did. It was pretty amazing and way more than we expected. It was actually pretty overwhelming, to be honest.
Yeah. So many emotions, and I felt that it was just really interesting to get to know people better, because you see people sometimes on a screen and you just think, oh, look what a perfect that person has, and then you hear some of their challenges. Everyone in the world has a story, right? Everyone's had a challenge they've had to overcome, and I think it just makes it all so much more, everyone so much more approachable, and it sort of equalizes all that we all go through these things. So I would love to know how Smyly as a challenge moved to Smyly, the magazine, the pattern company. Athina, can you tell me about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So Hattie was the first to approach me about Smyly, and then we contacted you. So while we were working behind the scenes to get the challenge ready and do everything, we kind of expected that it was going to be popular, or like a handful of people were going to participate in it. But because we were working for, I think, a couple of months, 3 months behind the scenes to set everything up, we started becoming friends with each other, and we exchanged so many messages, and we realized that we loved working and communicating with each other. So I think it was between Christmas and New Year's when Hattie sent me an email. And it was like this moment when the stars align, because right before the end of the year, I was writing down on my little planner the goals of the year, and I was putting down that I really wanted to start a pattern company within 2018. So a couple of days later, I think, or even the next day, Katie sent me a message telling me, have you ever thought of doing patterns for women? And I was like, yes, but I told her my struggles, but I kind of sensed it was like one row of a message. So I kind of sensed that she had something in her mind. So I was, why are you asking me? And when she told me her idea, I was like, no way. I would really, really love to do this with you. So it kind of snowballed from there. And the original idea, was basically that we wanted to keep Smyly alive. So everything that Smyly was standing for, we wanted first of all to create a magazine that was going to talk about Smyly and about all those amazing stories. And then we decided to include patterns, and it kind of evolved from there.
And how often is the magazine going to come out?
So it was originally planned 4 times a year. But to be honest with you, we're a two-man show. So everything that was done on this magazine was done by the two of us. The setting, the brand design, the writing, the approval processes, everything was done by us. So after finishing the first magazine, we were both like, whew, 4 times a year, that's going to be quite something. So we were like, okay, we have so many patterns that we want to get out there, and so many ideas and things that we would like to share. And if we do the magazine, we won't be able to do that. Like, it has to be, I think what we said is that it has to be sustainable for the two of us. So Athina is running her business and has her own small business company. And I have one too, because I have 2 children. So I have my own little business, like family business here. And like doing something like a magazine is like a huge pile of work. It's a lovely work. Like, it's something that you really like enjoy doing, and it's something that I don't know, like it's a lovely job, but still it's a 24-hour job for someone who does it like with a team. And for the two of us, it was like, woo. And so we thought, okay, what can we do? How can we make this sustainable? Because I mean, if you like have a brand like Smyly, and if you have a brand like that, you have to live this, and you cannot love yourself stressing yourself and pushing yourself to the limit. So this is what we kind of felt like. So we were like, okay, let's go a step back and think about what would like be fun, and what we're passionate about. So we were like, okay, you know what we're going to do? We're going to wait until it feels good again to do the magazine again. So we thought, okay, let's collect topics, because there were also many, many, many people who approached us with topics, song-related topics related to Smyly as well. So we were like, okay, we're going to collect all these topics, and maybe at the end of this year or next year, we're going to do it again. So it went from 4 a year to, whew, let's take some time and step back. And
What I'm finding doing these interviews is I'm finding people with a passion. And I love getting into how are you taking this passion and turning it into a side job. And I think most people that we've talked to have started it being a side job. And sometimes it stays a side job, and then sometimes it becomes a full-time thing. So I think that, you shouldn't feel bad about that in any way, that dreams evolve, right?
Absolutely.
And this is evolving to something
and situations change all the time. So we have
all the time.
And you know what I always like, when you see a success story, for example, you usually only see the end of this success story. You don't see what happened in between. And the in-between steps are so difficult. Like, there's so many times that you think, I can't go on. And then you have this passion, and you just keep on going, and you just turn this thing around, and you think, okay, let's do it just differently. We're our own bosses. That's what we keep telling ourselves. Like, we know when to release something. We know how many times. So who cares what anybody thinks? Like, as long as we have our reasons, and we still keep our passion alive for this, and make everything so that people like what we offer them, then who cares? And this is the magic of it.
And I think if you do something that deep down is stressing you out, I think it's so in your audience and in the people that you want to approach, they are going to start realizing that you are not doing this out of love anymore. So this is important to us.
One of my favorite sayings is, don't compare your everyday to someone else's highlight reel. Right? It's so easy to look at someone else's amazing, that's true of social media especially, right? And don't compare your day-to-day and your process to someone else's, the top of the top, because, it's like an iceberg, right? You only see this part of the top, and you don't see everything that's working underneath. So, like that swan that's so graceful on top and underneath, the swan's going like, it's like, right? But you don't that under the water, that you don't see in the water. So
That's
let's
true.
talk patterns,
Yeah.
because I think I bet you that a lot of people who are going to be watching this video will say, oh my gosh. I mean, I've even thought, I approached a client and I'm like, let's do some patterns, you know, like it's such a great idea. But I bet you that's another one of those things that how do you take, yay, we both want to start a pattern company, to actually doing it? Tell me a little bit, maybe Athina, about how did you discover the steps you even need to start a pattern company? How did you come up with your, like, how did that start, and what was that like?
Well, first of all, it starts with two crazy people with huge ambition. Because the minute we said that we are going to do something like that, we were like, okay, I have a Pinterest board. It's full of this, this, and this, and this. And I really want to do a pattern that is like that. So first of all, it starts with a huge amount of inspiration, and then we have to tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
So then you have to see, first of all, I think, what you are capable of doing. When it comes to time, when it comes to the investment you can handle, you can do, and then I think it all comes to finding the right partner, because neither Hattie nor I are pattern cutters. So first of all, we had to find someone who could turn our design into a sewing pattern, and this was a little bit challenging to find the right person in the beginning. But I think we found an amazing company that is working with us. So this was, I think, the first struggle. And for me personally, the second struggle is working with the first pattern. So when we receive our design in pattern form, for me, I need to make it right away, and then it doesn't work from the first time. So you have to be prepared that things are not going to work right straight out of the box, and you are responsible in figuring out if people are going to like it this way or if you have to adjust it. So for example, let's take our Lisa dress. We had to discuss whether the skirt length was going to be okay, whether the sleeves were going to anyone's liking, whether we had to include pockets or not. So this is a process of going back and forth all the time. It's a process of guessing what other people are going to love. But I think overall it's a pretty satisfying project, for me at least. I know it's for Hattie too.
Yeah, and you know, there's like, what surprised me is there's all kinds of things that you don't expect that can happen. For example, and I'm going to share this anecdote, Athina, I hope you're okay with it, but the first pattern that we wanted to release, the Samantha dress, so what happened? The Samantha dress was a completely different pattern when we designed it. And you know what happened? Like, it's like the last thing that comes to your mind that could happen when you do something like this. So we tried the pattern, everything, like we already had our pattern testers ready. We showed them the line drawings. We had everything settled. And then Athina writes me in a WhatsApp, sending me a picture of the cover of Borda. How do you pronounce it in English? Borda, Borda style, with the exact pattern on their cover.
Of the same
that happened. So it's a beautiful pattern. It really, it's a slightly different, but it's only slightly different. And she sent it to me, and I was like, this is not happening, because we have paid for this pattern. Because you have to be honest, if you because you ask what somebody needs to have in mind when like wanting to launch a pattern company. It's an investment if you want to work with someone really good. And I recommend investing in a good pattern cutter, because this is like key, that your that your customers receive something of the highest quality, so that sewing is fun. So we paid like decent amount of money for this, and we had everything settled. And then this comes up, you know, it wasn't just like any magazine. Pardon?
It was the deadline for the magazine, because this was going to be included in the magazine. So we had we were 1 week away from sending it to the testers. So it was all ready.
Yeah. And so something like Burda, it wasn't like any kind of small magazine from I don't know where. It was Burda magazine, so we couldn't go ahead. It was impossible because the differences in between the two dresses were so minor that everybody who would have seen it would have been like, okay, why are you offering this although it's a Burda pattern? So that's the things that can happen. You have to be prepared for everything. That's what I give you as a advice for if in the case you want to launch a pattern company. So we had to come up spontaneously with something different. So we talked about it and we were like, okay, what do we both really like? And we were like, wrap dresses. So let's find something that like I love wrap dresses. I always have and I always will love wrap dresses because I think they look beautiful on curvy ladies. I think they look look beautiful on tiny people like me. So it's like they just look perfect on everybody. So we were like, why not do that? And from that on, we could use this bodice to turn it into something else, like the jumpsuit. So we wanted to do something that was versatile, look good on everybody, and that we can like build on to.
So what's it like seeing people, I mean, after all that hard work and spending all that time and all of the crazy dramas that happened, what does it feel like to finally see someone in a dress that you designed?
I think for both of us, the day after the release, in the day of the release, both of us were like knackered. I think Katie had a fever. I was lying down on the couch exhausted. So as messages kept coming in and comments and people reposting what we had done, I think I was overwhelmed first of all, and then I was like, okay, what is really going on now? Because the response was truly overwhelming. And in the internet, it's rare that you don't receive a negative comment. Our sewing community is just amazing. We were talking to each other and we were expecting some negative comments. Do you think that anyone is going to say, who are they? And they think they can release patterns. So but the response was amazing, truly amazing. And
that's true.
Turning something that you had in your mind into a dress, I think it's like the biggest joy. It's perfect.
I remember the first one I saw, the first Samantha dress, after like the original Samantha doing it, from Saw by the Seaside, was Nateda. And I sent it to my mom and she was like, you did that, she looks so amazing, congratulations. I started crying because all the pressure, like you have on yourself and you think, is anybody going to actually do this? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, is this just in here, or is it also good out there on people's sewing machines? So seeing that and seeing Nateda in it, who I love, like I love her so much. It was just like, I don't know, overwhelming. It was an overwhelming moment, to be honest with you.
So then I have to say how thrilled I was when you wanted to name a pattern after me. I was so thrilled. And I remember Athina messaged me and she said I have the dress. I'm gonna have it back from the pattern cutter soon and I can send it to you. And I was like, can you send me a picture? I just see what it looks like so much. And then I saw a picture and I was like, yes, that's gorgeous. I love it. I love it. Yeah. And then I finally got a chance to make it up and I went and I bought very special fabric and I had a chance. And then to not be able to share it, I was like, oh my God, lose my mind.
I have to admit that this dress screams your name. I think
it does scream your name. Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And I love how versatile it is. Like, I love like the length. It looks just as good long as it looks above the knee as it looks at midi. It looks just as great with the little cap sleeve as without. I love the tie. Like there's just so much you can do with it. So tell us what you have coming up. What's in the works?
So if you have a closer look at Athina, you can see what's coming.
Ooh, I'm seeing it.
And what you Yeah.
Yeah.
What you can do. So what we did for our subscribers, our newsletter subscribers, is that we published a lookbook in which you can see the patterns that we're going to release soon. So we wanted to do like a little sneak peek so you can see what's coming up, and maybe you even want to buy some fabrics to prepare. And what I can say is actually we keep in the line of what we did so far. So what we want to create with all of our patterns is something that is versatile.
So actually, because I'm so in touch with you guys just normally, I realized I wasn't on the newsletter. because you guys have sent me stuff directly. Because I was like, lookbook? What lookbook? And then I realized that I wasn't on the newsletter. So I actually am on the newsletter, but I haven't had a chance to look at the lookbook. But now that I know there's previews in there, you better believe I'm going to be getting into that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I know that the next one, you will love this. The next pattern is one for you. I know it. Yeah. You'll see. Have a look.
I've loved the Samantha, even though, so I'll tell everyone this. I was a pattern tester for the Samantha. I totally picked the wrong fabric. So my Samantha looked beautiful on the hanger.
It did.
I couldn't get it on my body. So now it's become an art piece. So excited to see what you guys have coming up. I love that. Now, the reason why I knew you guys first is you both have YouTube channels. And, Athina is famous for being one of the most prolific sewers on the planet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
I put around, made something else.
Yeah.
So I'm going to link both of your beautiful YouTube channels below. Everyone get on that newsletter because that's a good thing to get on for all the news and the lookbook, etc. And then can you tell our viewers the amazing giveaway that you guys have set up for us? Athina, can you tell me that?
Yeah, absolutely. We are going to give your lovely viewers 3 copies of our PDF patterns, so they can pick any pattern they want. You will organize the giveaway, so we would be thrilled to send it to them.
It'd be awesome if one day, like in the future, where we're all very, very rich and can travel around the world, we would like organize an international meetup, like I don't know, in London for the knitting and stitching show or anything. Wouldn't that be awesome? That's something I dream about, because there's so many lovely people out there that I want to hug and make them feel uncomfortable because I'm so touchy-feely. That would be amazing.
There are sewing getaways arranged all over the world. Why don't there's no reason why we couldn't pick a place and come sew with the Smiley girls. Come on.
Oh, amazing. Wow.
Oh, wow. We should do that. If you're interested in that, guys, then post it down here.
You guys heard it here first. The Smiley getaway. We're planning it.
Now we have to find the location.
That's true. But I mean, there's a will, there's a way. That's a German saying that I don't know whether it translates into English, but I hope you understand.
It does. If there's a will, there's a way. Is
Lisa, don't enable us with more ideas.
Oh yeah, stop it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm in. I'll help organize.
And we get some big company like Bernina or like we get them on board, and obviously they will have to pay for us like first class. I mean, hello.
First class. Now you're talking my language, lady.
Right. A girl can dream, Lisa. A girl can dream.
Yeah. Hey, a dream is where all this started, and now look at this beautiful movement that you guys have created, right? So there you go. Dreams are just the spark for what you're going to create. I really believe that. Thank you so much to my 2 darling friends for arranging their time, and we had some technical issues, and they just worked with me, and we're so patient and gracious as always to come on and do this interview with me. I've been wanting to chat with them for ages, and luckily this just all kind of came together at the right moment. And thank you for the generous donation of 3 PDF patterns of your choice from Smyly. I'm going to have 3 winners. Better than giving away 3 patterns. I want to have 3 different winners, make 3 people happy. So thank you very much. I can't wait to chat with you guys again, and I cannot wait to see the rest of that dress that Athina is wearing. And maybe it's a dress. It could be a top. I don't know. But whatever it is you're wearing, I can't wait to see the rest of it. And I can't wait to see check it out. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with for Smiley Patterns. You guys have started a movement. You've inspired so many, and
Oh,
all of your hard work is paying off. So
thank
I love you guys.
Thank you for having us.
To all of you, wherever you are.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Cheers. Cheers.
Wasn't that great? I love the story about how they had to change the pattern for their magazine at the last minute. Can you imagine? So how to enter for those 3 PDF patterns? Well, I realized from my last giveaway that not everyone is on Instagram, and I don't want someone to miss out on entering just because they're not on Instagram. So you can just comment here, and that can absolutely be 1 entry into the giveaway. If you want an extra entry, you can head over to my Instagram, and I'm going to have a post there that will show you how to get an extra entry and maybe more entries after that. So all you have to do is like this video, make sure you're subscribed, and then leave me a comment about what kind of tutorials or other kind of videos you would like to see coming up on this channel. We're heading into fall. It's a great time to kind of change things up a bit. As you can see, I now have a little bit of a setup up here, so I probably can do some more tutorials and things like that. This top that I'm wearing is cloned from a favorite top of mine, and that's another thing that I already have on the docket. But if there's something else that you'd like to see, please let me know. And yeah, I can't wait to start making more videos for you guys. And quickly before we go, I want to let you know the winner of our last giveaway for an avid seamstress pattern from Fabric Spark, and the winner of that is Kim White. And I'll put Kim's comment up there, and it's so exciting to actually have a local winner. That hasn't happened before, I don't think. So congratulations, Kim. I hope that you can go over and pick up that pattern really soon. So that's all for today. I will see you soon. This contest goes until next Friday, so you have until next Friday to enter. I'll put the date below. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.